Hello, welcome to another video. If you are new here, my name is Andrea and I am a nursing student doing the accelerated BSN program at West Coast University. That is always a mouthful. This week's video is all about finals. We have finally reached the end of this term. So I have a total of 3 finals. My first one is tomorrow, which is the Sims lab for 101 skills. On Monday will be my 110 and 100 classes. So it's going to be a pretty busy week. Hopefully this video will give you a glimpse of what finals are like in a nursing program or what finals are like at West Coast. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy the video. Today is Wednesday, the 31st of May. Today is a Sims day, which is basically the final for skills. Sims is short for simulation lab. The simulation lab replicates like an actual hospital with actual functioning equipment. So the oxygen in the wall is working, the suction is working, the computer is working, even the wristbands for the patient identification is working, and it's connected to the system that the school uses and we get to scan them. There's a Pyxis in there to withdraw medication. The mannequin fake patient is really high tech. It actually bleeds. It actually produces heart and lung sounds and bowel sounds, and it actually has IV lines. It's really cool. I wish I could like take videos of what it is in the Sims lab, but there are just no phones allowed. The Sims lab at West Coast are one of the things that make you feel your money's worth, if that makes sense. Like, it's one of the things where you see what you are paying for. So what I've been told is that we are going to go in with a partner, and then we have to introduce and act like it's a real patient. So we're going to do like an assessment. They're going to tell us what's wrong with them, and then we are going to like perform S-bar. There are like double-sided windows, single-sided windows. You know what I mean, but the windows where you can only see from one side, so I guess they're one-sided windows. So on the other side of those windows is where us students will be, and we can watch our peers go in and perform. Our instructor will also be there, and there will also be the control panels. And in the control panels, you can like change the settings of the mannequin, make the heart sounds have arrhythmias or lung sounds be wheezing. The instructor can like communicate as the patient and communicate that they are in pain or the reason why they are at the hospital or something like that. We will be given the patient case scenario, and it will depend on, you know, like what the case itself needs. But ideally it's supposed to like allow you to implement all the skills that you've learned from the class thus far, which is nice because the first core terms clinical site is usually like a care facility, you know, like an elder people home. You're not like really doing much nursing. You're more doing, you know, like your assistant personnel, caregiver, CNA work. So if you were in a cohort that got, I don't want to say stuck, but got placed at a clinical site that is not a hospital, you don't get to get that hospital equipment, hospital functionality type of experience, but at Sims you do. I'm going about it in a way where I am taking it super seriously, because I want to get my money's worth. I want to get every penny that I'm paying for. So with that said, hopefully everything goes a-okay. I will let you guys know how it goes. back home now. I went and took a body shower and wash my makeup off. It feels so good. I'm in like my comfy jammies and I am gonna spend the rest of the evening studying for the rest of finals. We have one final down, 2 more to go. Sims went really well. It went exactly like we discussed this morning. There weren't any like crazy surprises. It went as expected, but that is pretty much it for Skills 101L. So I am just gonna spend the rest of the evening studying for my 110 class and my 100 class. At the boba shop. I am gonna stay here and just study for both of my finals. The boba shop closes at midnight, so I'm gonna stay here until midnight. So it's gonna be a long 12-hour day of studying, so let's get to it.
잔잔하기만 하던 온 나의 마음에 Quite suddenly 퐁당 또 퐁당 아니 풍덩 큰 돌을 던진 너 기다리고 기다리던 그 사람이 온 내 앞에 내 맘 어느새 일렁이는 상상병에라도 걸렸나봐요 아야 아파 아른아른거려
I just got home. It's midnight. Crazy long day. But I think I'm gonna have to pull an all-nighter tonight. I'm more stressed out about 110 than 100, which is funds. I just took the proctored funds exam, so that was essentially like the funds final. Like I reviewed every single detail for fundamentals. However, you guys know that 110 is sort of like the nuisance class of the term that I sort of neglect. I don't really pay attention to that class, especially because that class is before my funds class, and we pretty much had an exam every week for 100. If I'm completely being honest, I spent like a majority of like my 110 class time period studying for like my funds exams. But ooh, what the heck? Okay, there's like a motion sensor in front of the garage. It turned on when I drove into the driveway, but then I'm not moving, so it turned off. So you get like a face full of forehead right now. So the people that took the final for 110 already, apparently the rumors are true that it was kind of difficult to score like a 65% on the final. So just hearing that kind of gave me a little bit of anxiety. And now I'm a little bit worried, and now I'm like questioning the decision that I made to like neglect this class. Instead of dwelling on my anxiety, I am gonna act. And what I can do right now is continue to study. I might pull an all-nighter. We'll see. If not an all-nighter, I'll probably like stay up really late and then just get like 1 or 2 hours of sleep. But it's fine because I am super highly caffeinated. If you can't tell by how fast I'm fucking talking for it being like midnight right now, yeah, I'm like really high on caffeine right now. It's ridiculous. It'll be fine. It'll be fine, and then I can sleep afterwards because I get the rest of the week off after finals. Woohoo! Good morning. It is 5 in the morning. So I pulled the all-nighter, but I actually ended up taking a nap around 4 o'clock for like a quick 30-minute power nap, and then I got up and got ready to go. I am on my way to pick up coffee and Nia per usual. We're getting to school 40 minutes early, hopefully. That way we get a little bit of review time before our 7 o'clock final for 110, because sometimes that short-term memory comes in clutch on these exams. Anyway, wish us luck. Bye.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could stare at you for 100 years and I never blink an eye. You were beautiful, just like a flower. I could walk with you for 1,000,000 miles and my feet would not get.
Right, one final down, one last one to go, and then I am officially done with my first term of core. That is bizarre. But anyway, I am just back in the car grabbing my lunch. So we're gonna heat that up really quick. It's 10:14. My next final doesn't start until 12:30, so we have about 2 hours to get some good review in, which is great. Yeah, so I'm gonna go now so that I don't waste any more time because every second counts. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Back home now. I just woke up from a nap. I've actually been back home for a minute. We got out early because we just left right after the final, and right when I got home I just crashed. I badly needed sleep. You guys already know. But I am gonna go get some ramen just because it is a little bit chilly out and I love ramen, so it's gonna be like also a victory celebration meal. I heated up food at lunch, but I didn't really eat it just because I was so hyper focused on studying. So yeah, I need to go feed myself. I will talk to you guys about the final and how it went when I get back. We are back from dinner. I was so hungry. I have a really bad habit of like getting too hyper focused that I sometimes forget to eat. I need to really break that habit. Anyway, finals went really well. That is officially a wrap for my first term of core. That's crazy. If you guys want to know what it's like to be in an accelerated BSN program, today is a great freaking example because literally hours ago the term ended. I took my final and that was it. And Canvas has already updated with my new schedule with a whole new list of things that are due next week, because next Tuesday I will be starting my second term of core. Yep. Do want to disclose that I am not sharing the grades that I received or like how I did on finals as a way of bragging about like what I got. I know that a lot of people struggled and a lot of people did not pass the final or did not get the grade that they wanted. I am simply stating it to share my experience and how it went. I'm not sharing it with any means of trying to like make other people feel bad or brag or boast about myself. I am gonna end the term with straight A's, technically a pass for one class because for skills it's a pass or fail, but I ended up but my overall grade was like a 97. You guys already know how that went. For today's finals, I took 2 of them, 110, which is Intro to Professional Nursing, and then 100, which is Fundamentals. I ended up getting 80% on the final, but I finished all my assignments on time and blah, blah, blah. So the overall grade, I'm ending up with an A. That's why it's really important to do your assignments and take them seriously and perform on your assignments well, because they can make or break your GPA, especially if you are struggling with the exams a little bit. Again, it was the nuisance class of the term where, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really like pay attention. So with the 80% on that final, if you put that into retrospect, that I procrastinated reviewing everything until the very last minute and crammed everything into like one night session, that's pretty damn good. I do have a comment about 110 though. I personally feel that 110 course material, like if you consider the SLOs, which is the student learning outcomes on the syllabus, that material is not hard material. I mean, I was able to tackle it in like 1 or 2 days. A lot of it is like understanding policies and literally vocabulary, but the execution of how my professor does it, and I'm gonna say the way West Coast does it because everyone else that's in my cohort but had other professors all sort of expressed the same opinion. I felt that the execution of how the material was taught and how the final was given was unnecessary. That final was way too fucking hard for what it is. It's pretty self-explanatory information, like what are the principles of ethics, but the final had so many trick questions that I felt was just unnecessary, like uncalled for topics of ethics and things like that, you know, because it doesn't like take that much like critical thinking really as the final worded it and made it seem like. I don't know if I'm making sense, but yeah, that final was really hard. I genuinely think the reason why the school makes this final so hard is because they know it's a like BS class that nobody pays attention to. We all sort of just like float by and just do our assignment and get this stuff done. And so they do it on purpose. Anyway, 100 went well too. I got an 88%. One of my lower exams, but considering that it's an accumulative final, I'm not mad about it. And again, I get to keep my A grade. So at the end of the day, it's the transcript grade that matters. That one I wasn't too stressed about, to be honest, because I was so stressed out over the proctor. Again, the proctor is literally just the final, but like ATI's final. That pretty much sums up what finals week was like. That is the end of my first term of core. I feel like just last week I was talking to you guys about being really excited to start and being really nervous to start. Thought that like being in core, because like they make core like seem so, I don't know, core, and they even capitalize all the fucking letters, C-O-R-E, like those are your core classes. So I thought it was gonna really change my whole life, but no, like as long as you maintain a good work-life balance and take care of yourself, don't let the capitalized word core like freak you out like the way it did me. It really wasn't that bad. That is all for this video, and that is all for my first term of core. Crazy. Anyway, I will see you guys next term technically. Bye.